Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Nitro bundle of October 2025. To help me answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before we begin, I want to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have RDS, the official drift video game, a next generation drifting simulator that lets you experience professional drift competitions on real world inspired tracks across Japan, Russia, and the US. You join a global online community of players, fine-tuning your ride and mastering realistic drift physics. RDS puts heavy emphasis on precision. You'll feel every slide, clutch kick, and tire grip change as you push your car sideways through challenging corners. You can choose from 16 fictional but highly detailed cars, each customizable with extensive tuning options. Swap engines, tweak suspension geometry, reduce weight, and adjust tire pressures for perfect control. The car setup system is deep but intuitive, meaning you can quickly learn the mechanics without being a real-life engineer. The game also supports steering wheels, VR headsets, and even triple screen setups, letting you immerse yourself fully in the drifting scene. Online play is a big part of the fun. You compete in ranked tandem drift battles or casual lobbies, train against your ghost laps, and climb the global leaderboard. The physics engine feels natural. You can control slides with throttle and steering finesse rather than overcompensating. Still, it is not flawless. The lack of cockpit view, limited cosmetic mods, and reduced player base make it feel incomplete, especially for VR users. But if you're looking for a well-optimized affordable drift sim that focuses on fun, style, and realism, RDS, the official drift video game, delivers satisfying sideways action that'll keep you hooked. At number 2 we have Motorcycle Night Ride, a chill atmospheric motorcycle simulator that lets you escape the noise and chaos of everyday life by cruising endless highways under moonlit skies. You ride through glowing cities, misty countrysides, and coastal roads, soaking in the neon reflections and ambient tunes as your engine hums beneath you. There are no races, timers, or finish lines, just the open road and the meditative rhythm of the ride. You can choose from multiple bikes, each of its own sound and handling, and unlock new maps as you rack up kilometers. The game's physics lean more toward arcade than realism, so it is smooth and accessible even for casual players. The weather and lighting shift subtly over time, giving each ride a fresh vibe whether you're dodging light traffic or cruising in solitude. While the simplicity is its strength, it can also make the experience feel a bit hollow after a while. Wheelies are tricky to pull off, collisions can send you flying off the map, and some players wish for customization or more music options. Still, these quirks don't ruin the relaxed flow. It is perfect for zoning out with your own playlist and imagining the wind in your face. If you're tired of sweaty competition games and just want something peaceful, Motorcycle Night Ride delivers exactly that. A low-stakes, calming journey through the night that feels like therapy on two wheels. Simple, hypnotic, and oddly beautiful. At number 3 we have OverDrift Festival, a massive open-world drifting simulator that drops you into the ultimate celebration of car culture. You explore over 30 square kilometers of roads, from mountain passes to city highways, taking part in drift events, freestyle tours, and tuning competitions. The sense of speed and the feeling of lateral G-forces feel incredibly authentic, giving you that real seat-of-your-pants drift experience. You can build your dream garage with over 60 detailed cars from Japanese, American, and European legends, each fully customizable with deep tuning, styling, and engine upgrades. Online, you can team up with friends or rival crews, host massive drift meets, and earn fan likes to rise up the festival rankings. The visual pop thanks to the Unreal Engine's lighting and ray tracing, and the sound design, especially the turbo whines and tire squeals, adds real immersion. You'll find yourself loading out on late-night highway runs, or battling through drift parks packed with players. Still, OverDrift is not perfect. Many cars and upgrades are locked behind paid DLCs, and the community is not as active as it used to be. Updates have slowed, leaving some players calling it abandoned. But when it's alive, it's one of the most satisfying drift experiences around. If you're passionate about style, sideways action, and car culture, OverDrift Festival delivers the freedom to drift, customize, and express yourself like few games do. Just bring your own crew. The roads are waiting. At number 4 we have GT Racing 1980, a retro-inspired top-down racing game that throws you straight into the neon-fueled energy of the 1980s. You take control of cars inspired by real classics, racing through 3 divisions filled with rival drivers, special invitationals, and unique challenges. The vibe is pure nostalgia. Synth-heavy music, bold colors, and fast-paced arcade action mix with surprisingly deep driving physics. It feels like stepping into an old arcade, but with modern handling and tuning options. Each car can be upgraded to match your driving style, letting you tweak grip, handling, and acceleration as you chase the Division 1 championship. You'll also face rival racers in special events that unlock exclusive liveries and rewards. The split-screen multiplayer and free practice modes keep the fun going long after your main campaign is done. That said, GT Racing 1980 is not just an easy retro romp. You'll quickly discover that these cars oversteer aggressively, especially in sim mode, demanding careful throttle control. Earning enough cash for upgrades can feel grindy, and the AI tends to play rough. More bumper cars than clean racing. Still, when you nail a perfect corner or outdrift a rival, it feels incredibly satisfying. While the menus and story mode could use more polish, GT Racing 1980 still delivers a nostalgic, skill-based racing experience that rewards precision and patience. If you love classic arcade racers but crave real driving depth, this one's worth the ride. At number 5 we have Defunct, a fast-paced indie adventure game where you play as a small, one-wheeled robot that falls out of its cargo ship and must race across a decaying world to get back home. It is simple in concept, but full of charm and momentum. The gameplay centers around gravitizing, a mechanic that lets you gain speed by using gravity, press the trigger going downhill to accelerate, and release it uphill to maintain flow. It is easy to learn, but deeply satisfying to master, giving you the perfect sense of rhythm as you glide through these slopes and ramps. Visually, the game pops with personality. You'll dash through lush forests, barren deserts, and industrial ruins, each area blending beautifully into the next. Despite small scale, Defunct runs smoothly even on modest PCs and nails that feeling of freedom many bigger games struggle to capture. There are no forced paths or intrusive objectives, just wide environments inviting you to experiment and move with style. The only real downside is its short length. You can finish Defunct in about an hour, though replaying levels to perfect your speedruns or discover hidden routes keeps it fun. Some minor bugs, like getting stuck in scenery, do exist, but quick respawns keep the pace steady. What makes Defunct stand out is how effortlessly it delivers joy through movement. It's not a racer, not a platformer, not quite an adventure. It is pure, unfiltered motion. For players who crave flow, Defunct is a short but unforgettable ride. At number 6 we have Super Indie Karts, a classic retro kart racing game that brings back the spirit of the 90s with pixel art visuals and a love for indie game culture. In this game, you race through vibrant, intricately designed tracks inspired by both 16-bit and 64-bit aesthetics. With multiple modes such as Grand Prix, Time Trials, Split-Screen GP, Mission Mania, and Battle Mania, you have plenty of ways to tackle over 48 racetracks, with even more coming soon. The game features a wide variety of quirky characters from beloved indie titles like ToeJam and Earl, Freedom Planet, and Guacamelee, among others. As you compete, you can unlock a host of items, from Meloons and exploding Pangaples to heat-seeking Loconuts, that add a fun, chaotic twist to each race. The controls are tight and responsive, allowing you to drift, boost, and use power-ups with precision. Whether you're challenging yourself in time trials or battling friends in local split-screen mode, every race feels fast-paced and full of nostalgic charm. Super Indie Karts delivers an authentic retro experience while offering modern gameplay twists. You can expect surprises in track design, creative item mechanics, and an ever-expanding roster of indie crossovers that keep the experience fresh. If you love classic kart racers and appreciate the indie spirit, this game is a delightful tribute to a bygone era with plenty of modern excitement to keep you engaged. Every race challenges your skills and invites you to master drifting and item strategies, ensuring endless fun and thrills. However, the question remains, will the game ever reach its own finish line? At number 7 we have FURIDASHI, Drift Cybersport, a motorsport simulator built for players who live for drifting. You jump into an online world focused entirely on real time, player versus player drifting, complete with VR support, advanced car physics, and full compatibility for wheels, pedals, and motion simulators. Right away, you'll notice how smooth the game feels. Cars glide, snap, and slide in a way that's both accessible and satisfying, whether you're using a gamepad or a full racing rig. You get 20 fully unlocked drift cars inspired by Japanese, German, American, and Russian legends, along with 12 real-world tracks from Japan and Russia. Each car can be tuned down to the smallest detail, swap engines, adjust camber and tow, tweak tire pressure, and even reduce weight for a sharper feel. Visual customization is deep too. You can layer vinyls, paint parts, and craft unique designs without needing any DLC or microtransactions. Drifting feels surprisingly fluid once you master throttle control and steering balance. The physics lean toward arcade realism, letting beginners drift like pros while still rewarding precision. The sound design, especially the engine rumbles, adds weight to every slide, though the turbo audio can feel off at times. The biggest downside is that the multiplayer activity has dropped off, and the game hasn't seen any major updates in years. Still, FURIDASHI Drift Cybersport offers one of the most enjoyable, low-barrier drifting experiences available. If you love tire smokes, style, and sideways motion, this is worth firing up. And number 8 we have Sunrise GP, a retro-inspired arcade racer that blends chill vibes, synthwave beats, and cel-shaded visuals into a nostalgic racing trip. You get to cruise across 20 colorful tracks using 21 customizable cars, each inspired by vintage European rides. The gameplay is pure pick up and play fun, simple handling, forgiving tracks, and the focus on flow rather than precision. Whether you're racing solo or with friends on 4-player split screen, it is designed to make you smile, not stress. Each course bursts with charm. Harbor docks, mountain roads, spaceports, and beaches all pop with saturated color and playful details. Planes take off, rockets launch, and helicopters buzz above you as you zip by to a smooth synth soundtrack that perfectly matches the laid-back tone. There's a Grand Prix mode, time attack, and last man standing, plus a photo mode to capture your favorite racing moments. Customization is another highlight. You can tweak every part of your car, from spoilers to hoods, and decorate it with flashy vinyls. You'll also earn in-game cash by completing races, though upgrades are purely cosmetic, keeping the focus on fun rather than grinding. That said, Sunrise GP is not a deep racer. The AI can be clumsy, races can feel too easy, and half of the tracks are reversed versions of others. Still, it nails what it sets out to do: deliver a breezy, feel-good driving experience packed with retro charm. If you're looking for stress-free racing with plenty of sunshine and synth, this is it. And number 9 we have New Star GP, a racing, arcade, and sports game. You step into a world where vibrant, low-poly art meets a touch of realism, creating an engaging visual experience that is both familiar and innovative. The track design stands out by reimagining famous global circuits, giving you a fresh challenge on every race while maintaining recognizable imagery as seen on Vienna's track with its striking giant star. You can enjoy a career mode that begins in the 1980s, where each decade introduces faster cars and varied race conditions. Despite short 6-lap races in early decades, tire, fuel, and car part management add a layer of strategy that keeps you alert. Dynamic weather, especially rain, introduces an extra element of unpredictability that heightens the racing experience. Although the soundtrack might feel a bit dull compared to classics like Ridge Racer, the driving model balances ease and challenge well, punishing excessive use of curbs without feeling overly heavy. You also have access to multiplayer races with friends and online, though these events remain locked within the career mode, while a dedicated time trial mode would enhance competitive play. The career mode remains deeply engaging. With its affordability in a bundle and heartwarming dedication to the racing genre, New Star GP offers you a memorable and challenging experience. They'll keep you coming back for more. Every race delivers pure adrenaline and unforgettable excitement. And number 10 we have Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom, a vibrant, hyperactive 3D platformer that reimagines early 2000s collectathon gameplay with a modern twist. You play as a spring-powered yellow taxi, tasked with recovering green gears and navigating quirky levels while dodging the chaos caused by corrupted vehicles. This is not your typical platformer. There is no jump button. Instead, you master physics-based movement with creative techniques like dashes, flips, and bounces. Success depends on refining your skills, offering a rewarding learning curve that feels both nostalgic and fresh. Each level delivers something unique: obstacle courses, exploration zones, or crazy taxi-inspired missions where you deliver fares and collect clocks to extend your timer. Visually, the game blends retro-inspired 3D aesthetics with vibrant whimsical environments, reminiscent of Katamari Damacy. Its sound design is just as compelling, from energetic fanfares to an eclectic soundtrack that sets the mood for every chaotic turn. Despite its humor being hit or miss, the quirky characters and absurd scenarios add charm. Yellow Taxi Go's Vroom stands out for its polished mechanics, fun variety, and creative spirit. While some gears might seem madly out of reach, the game's sheer playfulness keeps you coming back. It's a complete package that does not just mimic its inspirations, it elevates them. If you're up for a fast-paced, skill-driven adventure, this is a ride worth taking. And that's all for this bundle. This bundle absolutely crushed it this time. Yellow Taxi Go's Vroom alone makes it worth grabbing. It's pure 3D platforming joy, sitting comfortably next to Tinykin as one of the best collectathons in years. The movement feels slick, the soundtrack slaps, and it's super fun to 100% without feeling grindy. Throw in Indie Karts and New Star GP or Sunrise GP for variety, and you've got a bundle that's all killer, no filler. Total win for Fanatical. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.